Welcome to Asana class number 2 of the summer series. We're going to particularly notice interoception, the ability to sense what's going on in the muscles, joints, bones in our upper body for this asana class. So after we do the bits we always start with, side arms and then wide legs to test out the back, we're going to try something new. So let's begin by making sure that our arms and upper back and neck are pretty happy. We're going to let our arms come down. Remember, not hunched and not military posture. Somewhere halfway in between. And halfway in between is where my ribs are tucked. I don't think that's a coincidence. So exhale here. Turn your palms forward. Slowly inhale up. Gently exhale down. You've done this before. So just a couple at your own pace. Pause the recording. Do as many as you need to really warm up and wake up your shoulders and arms, and then come back for the next part. Okay, let's go wide and make sure our backs are happy. When I go wide, the line of my thigh points to the space and my knee points to the space between my second and third toe. That's what's safest for the knees. But just give a little check that your thigh points and kneecap points right to that spot between second and third toe. And then make sure your knee and heel are lined up. So we're going to inhale here. And on exhale, stay straight as long as you can without sticking those ribs out. And when you can't go any farther, down you come. Bring your attention to the low belly. And on inhale, feel the low back rise a little bit. And on exhale, soften that low belly so that you're stretching away from the tailbone along the spine. Bring your attention to the upper belly as you inhale. And on exhale, soften down and feel that pull, that stretch go up to your ribs. Bring your attention to chest as you inhale. And on exhale, relax, soften chest muscles. Let your stretch extend up through your neck and into your head. Let your head hang freely. Remember, coming up from a position where the head is lower than the heart, we want to get a big breath on board first. So big inhale here. Big exhale. Then press down with the feet and hands, and up you come on inhale. Take a moment to notice how you feel. So, notice how you feel. If your back is pretty happy, if your arms and shoulders are pretty happy, we can continue forward. If you're still having some stiffness in your low back or in your shoulders, upper back, do a few more of those warm-ups and probably the discomfort will pass. So we're going to do something similar, but for this, I want you to consider putting your mat down a different way. By putting my mat in front of my chair long ways. Because I really want my feet to anchor down for this pose. And for a few others that we're going to do in this series. All this is doing is giving me a really firm foundation. We're going wide. You're on the front of your chair again. Remember, line up thigh, kneecap, and the space between second and third toe. Thigh, kneecap, second and third toe. Knee, over heel. So find yourself in this position. Pull your feet a little bit. Feel that pelvic tilt. Check out your ribs. Make sure they're tucked. Let me show you this one from start to finish before you try it, because we've not done it before. And I want to make sure you have an idea of what's going on. So my hands on my knees do two things. They give me some support if my back hurts going down or coming up, but they also can keep the knees apart, because when you're bending, sometimes the knees want to cave in. So the arms are going to do both those jobs. This is what it looks like. Inhale here. Exhale forward, just like when we do forward bend at the beginning of class, and then curl down. Soften your belly and hang. Without putting more weight in your hands than you have right now, inhale to looking at the floor. Exhale slowly back down to hanging. I'll show you one more. Inhale. And then exhale down. So try a couple of those on your own. It feels like a simple move, but you're really using those muscles that run along your spine to come from curved up to straight. It's taking a lot of effort between the thoracic and lumbar area to bring that up, and then you come down and you stretch it all out again. So try a couple of those and check back with me when I'm going to ask you, did you notice? So, did you notice? What did it feel like? Did you get more stretches? Did you feel more ease? Did you feel more effort? Let's do it one more time now that you know it, and let's check in with breath, how breath is different in the hanging position compared to the up position. So, inhale here, exhale forward, inhale here, exhale here. Again, inhale here, noticing what the chest is doing to breathe. Exhale here. Inhale again. And exhale down to hang. You've done this before, but let's not focus on any part of the body. Let's just do that long torso inhale. Long exhale from tailbone to nose. You've got it now, but now I want you to go up into your chest and watch what the breathing is like. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale here. And then inhale up. You can do that, rewind and do it with me, or if you remember the directions, you can do it on your own a few times. But what you're really noticing is how the effort to breathe changes in different positions. Try a couple of those, please. So, notice particularly spine, notice arms, just notice. How did that feel for you? Let's walk those legs back in. You know the rudimentary parts of this next pose, but we didn't do it the way I'm going to be saying that a lot in summer. I know we're not doing it the same way. So you know this one, right? But I want to tell you how to use it to really notice the effort that back, shoulder, all the parts of the arm and hand are doing in this pose. So I'm going to talk through it once to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to talk you through it once. If you get it, you can do a few more, or you can go back and keep rewinding and letting me talk you through it. It's not Ricky and Lucy playing golf, I promise. So the positions are, and I always have to think about this, 3:30 and 7:30, 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, and 2:30 and 10:30. Okay? And then it's not really going to look like midnight, or noon, but that's what we're doing last. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 positions. So the tricky bit is that you're going to do your full breath going from here to 3:30 and 7:30, and you're going to exhale there, inhale there, exhale there. Then come up to 9 and 3 with an inhale, slow, gentle inhale, slow, gentle exhale here, inhale here, exhale here, and then 10:30 and 2:30, same idea. Each time you're going to let the inhale lift you to the position, exhale, and it softens. It softens the support you have for the pose. And then we keep doing it through all the positions. So, are you ready to do one with me? Let's try it together. My breath pace might be a little different than yours, but I think we'll be okay if we stay slow and gentle. So, exhale here. Inhale to 7:30 and 3:30. Exhale. Notice what happens in the arms, the shoulders, the upper back. Then inhale up to 9 and 3. Exhale. Notice what happens from fingertips to spine. Then inhale up to 10:30 and 2:30. Exhale. Inhale up. Keep your shoulders and neck soft for this. Just put them together as you inhale, and then exhale. Inhale here. Exhale all the way down. I actually did it a little differently than I described. You can do it the other way too. So you can do that one with me a couple of times, rewind, or you can do a different version with just an extra breath in there. So I'll show you that one too. You can try this along with me if you want. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now 9 and 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 10:30 and 2:30. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up, somewhere where your fingers can touch and shoulders be soft. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale down. So you can do either version. You can do one breath at each of the clock positions, or you can do 2 breaths. Let me know what you chose and how that worked for you. Pause, try a couple of those, and let me know what happens. So as you come to standing, your mat is already down for you to lie on. You just need your chair to be available. So I'm just pushing my chair a little farther from my mat. And then I use the same technique to get down again. Hold onto the chair. One knee, the other knee, hand down, hips down, and scooch around. So this next pose isn't a yoga pose per se that everybody has a Sanskrit name for, because I suspect my mentor from Krishnamacharya, who is Dolphy Wertenbacher, MD, invented this pose. But I don't know for sure. Maybe her teacher taught her. But it really will bring your attention to the hands, arms, shoulder, and upper back lying down. So on my right side, down I come, roll onto my back. So let's bring one knee over the chest and also the other, rock a little back and forth, just to make sure my back is happy. So let's bring one leg and foot down, the other, they're together. Then I'm going to walk my feet out. If I do this, I've created like a little pyramid. Gravity is holding my legs in position without putting stress on my low back. A lot of us really can't lie flat comfortably. So this is an alternative position for lying flat. It keeps the lumbar curve. So we're going to use the clock again. We're going to hit a few more of the numbers than we did last time. So let's start at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Palms are up. Exhale here. Inhale as you lift. At the end of your inhale, turn the palms over and exhale down. When you make contact, soften the hand, the forearm, the upper arm, the shoulders, and the upper back and chest. Rolling on the little finger side of the hands will put you at maybe 4 and 8 o'clock. How about that? Let's pretend. Inhale up. Turn the palms over. Exhale down. Soften hand, forearm, upper arm, shoulders, and upper back and chest. Rolling on the little finger side again. We're about at 9 and 3 now, I'd say, close to it. Inhale up. Slow, gentle. Turn the palms. Exhale down. And then let the softening travel from your fingertips all the way up to your spine. Arms are completely limp. And then again, inhale up, turn, exhale down, and soften. Are you feeling any stretches in your arms? Arms are in a slightly different position than they're used to. Be really gentle with that. Then roll on the little side again. Inhale up, turn, exhale down, softly, gently, so softly. Soften from fingertips all the way in. I'll do one more. You don't need to go too high. So this is maybe 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Inhale up, turn them over, and down you come. Really gently, really softly, because this is a little bit of a twist for the arms, isn't it? Can you feel the arms twisting? Soften your hands, forearms, upper arms, shoulders, upper back and chest. And then turn your hands over. Inhale. And on exhale, bring your arms down. Take a moment to notice if you were practicing along with me. If you were waiting and you want to replay it, please do as many as you need to really begin to feel the sensations. There's a process where we begin by watching. This is something they used to talk about in nursing. You would learn something, then you would do something, then you would teach it. And that's really the way it works. But I want you to first learn it and then do it. So learning it, maybe you don't put the breath in. Maybe you just do the mechanics if that's how you roll. Do you. But find a way to first learn how to safely do the movement and then begin to tune into the details. So do a couple, or if you're happy, just hang around. But pause the video if you're doing more, and then we'll come out of it. So notice what's going on with your hands, forearms, upper arms, shoulders, upper back. Let's just happy up our arms a little more, and we're going to thank our legs for doing the work. So I'm low again. My knees and feet are together, but I'm going to walk my feet away. I want a lower triangle from hips to heels because this next pose is easier if your feet are farther away. Palm over the center of your breastbone, other palm on top of the back of your hand. Just watch this one the first time. I exhale here, and then in a gentle motion, I open arms and knees. There will be a big, big arch in your low back. That's okay. And then on exhale, we bring it back together here. I'll do one more. Inhale, open. Let the arms rest here. Let the knees hang. And then exhale brings it back in. Pause and try a couple of those just to see what it feels like. We want to give the arms that we're twisting a chance to lengthen out. See how that works for you, that counter pose. Pause. So what was that like for you? Could you feel the chest opening? Could you feel the stretch along the insides of your arms? Or were your sensations different? Pay attention to how you feel. Notice that. So we're just going to do easy pose again, just to come out. Bring one knee over the chest, and then also the other. Rock it a little bit. And then you might remember the three choices. Knees together, inhale away, slowest exhale you've got coming in, and then give it a little squeeze. The next choice, because this is a multiple choice pose, is hip width apart, feet and knees, but please let your feet be limp. Inhale away. Slow, steady exhale brings you back. And then you give a little hug. And then your third choice is wider than your torso. Inhale away. Slow-mo exhale coming in and squeeze. Whichever one of those three gave you the most bang for your buck, that's what you want to do. So pause and try a few of those on your own. So we've been talking about awareness that breath creates in hands, arms, shoulders, upper back, and chest. So let's do our long breath awareness practice here so that you can notice those effects in the whole torso. Notice how that changes what you experienced earlier or doesn't change it. So let's begin. Find your seat again, sits bones, thighs free, hip width apart, knees are over top of heels. Give your feet a little pull that doesn't move them. to change the pelvic angle. If your ribs are stuck out, tuck them in, lift the collarbone, lift the chin. Hands rest wherever they're happiest on your thigh. It's not actually the hands we want to be happy, it's the shoulders. So whatever position puts the least strain on your shoulders, that's the choice. So take a long, gentle inhale that makes you taller. And on exhale, close eyes if that's comfortable for you. If not, small slits. Bring your attention to the breath in your nose. And on exhale, soften jaw, cheeks, the small muscles around your eyes, and smooth your forehead. Bring your attention to the breath moving through your throat. And on exhale, soften the space between shoulders and ears. Let your neck be long and soft. Shoulders soften down. Chin might come up a little bit. Bring your attention to the breath moving your chest. And on exhale, take that exhale all the way to empty. And then notice that next inhale in the chest. Bring your attention to how breath moves belly. And on exhale, feel that softening travel up the spine from belly, through the chest, up through the throat. Try that one again. Long inhale. And feel the exhale soften your body as it travels up to your nose. And then you can use interoception to feel your diaphragm, or use your hand. There's no shame in using your hand. We're working to develop interoception, so do what works. In that space between breastbone and navel, you can feel your inhale go down and your exhale go up. That's your diaphragm you're feeling. And then a long breath from nose to tailbone and tailbone to nose. And when you're ready, inhale, eyes open. It's important to remember the lungs aren't muscles. The heart's a muscle. It's a good muscle, good strong muscle. The lungs aren't muscles. They're tissue, just like your liver or liver's a good example. Pancreas is another example. The diaphragm is the primary muscle of breath. It moves down and out on inhale, and it moves in and up on exhale. Remember, it strokes your vagus nerve while it's doing that. If the diaphragm goes quickly up and down against that vagus nerve, that puts the body on alert and says, we might be in trouble here. Let's raise our cortisol. And if it really is an actual problem, you're going to also raise your adrenaline a few minutes later. But the reverse is also true, and we can use that for nervous system regulation, that a slow stroke across the vagus nerve by the diaphragm sends the opposite message. It sends the message that we are safe, so we can be in the parasympathetic state, which is tend and befriend, rest and digest. It's also the place where somatic awareness most accurately occurs, where we can learn to be more somatically aware. So tuck that all away and practice it when you need to. And I hope you will go on next to do pranayama summer series number 2, followed by summer series meditation number 2. Please leave comments on the website or social media, and thank you.